On December 29, 1972, Eastern Airlines Flight 401, a Lockheed L-1011 TriStar flying from New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport to Miami, Florida, crashed into the Florida Everglades, killing 101 of the 176 people on board and becoming one of the most infamous aviation accidents of the 1970s. The flight was routine and uneventful until the crew began preparing for their approach to Miami International Airport. During the descent, the crew noticed that the landing gear indicator light for the nose gear had not illuminated, suggesting it might not have locked into place. Focused on troubleshooting this problem, the pilots and flight engineer became distracted and failed to maintain proper monitoring of the aircraft's altitude and autopilot settings, leading the plane to gradually descend without their awareness. Unbeknownst to them, the autopilot remained engaged, maintaining heading but not correcting the slow loss of altitude. In a tragic convergence of human error and situational distraction, the aircraft struck the Everglades at high speed, breaking apart and catching fire. Investigators determined that while there was no mechanical failure causing the crash, the flight crew's preoccupation with the landing gear light led to a loss of situational awareness, failure to monitor altitude, and improper cockpit resource management, which together caused controlled flight into terrain. The crash prompted sweeping changes in the aviation industry, most notably the development and mandatory implementation of crew resource management training, which emphasizes communication, teamwork, and shared responsibility in the cockpit to prevent fixation on a single problem from compromising overall flight safety. Additionally, the accident led to improvements in cockpit warning systems and the standardization of checklists to ensure that critical flight parameters like altitude are always monitored. The aftermath of Flight 401 also sparked widespread public and industry interest in human factors in aviation safety, highlighting how even highly trained pilots can make catastrophic errors when attention is diverted and systems are not fully cross-checked. Memorials were established to honor the victims, and the crash became a case study in flight schools worldwide, illustrating the importance of situational awareness, multitasking, and strict adherence to operating procedures. Eastern Airlines Flight 401's tragic descent into the Everglades ultimately reshaped the culture of commercial aviation, making CRM a cornerstone of pilot training and significantly reducing the risk of CFIT accidents in decades that followed, demonstrating that lessons learned from human error can be as vital to flight safety as technological improvements.